The story of Marcus Rashford at Manchester United is one that has divided fans for years. On one side, he's a homegrown talent, an academy graduate with over 100 goals and 400 appearances, a symbol of what Manchester United is all about. On the other, he's a player who, in recent years, has struggled to live up to expectations since signing the biggest contract of his career. So, what really makes a hometown hero? And how can that same figure become a villain in the eyes of some? And why did he leave Manchester United for Aston Villa? And how does this decision will impact his net worth and lifestyle? The truth is, we don't have all the answers. Maybe we never will. But what we do know is worth discussing. So, let's begin. Rashford's loan move to Aston Villa in February 2025 came after months of speculation. It was clear that his long-standing time at Manchester United was nearing its end. In December 2024, Rashford hinted at wanting a new challenge in an interview with journalist Henry Winter, signaling a shift in his mentality. His exclusion from United's squad in their 2-1 derby win over Manchester City, and then being relegated to the bench against Newcastle, suggested his role at the club had changed. United's manager, Ruben Amorim, stated that Rashford wasn't permanently dropped, but needed to show more commitment in training to earn back his place in the starting lineup. However, a combination of factors, his inconsistent form, off-field issues, and tactical changes under Amorim meant Rashford was increasingly on the periphery. By February 2, 2025, Rashford sealed a loan move to Villa for the remainder of the season, hoping to revive his career. Why Aston Villa? Rashford's move to Aston Villa made sense for both the club and the player. Villa had been on the lookout for attacking reinforcements since John Duran's move to Saudi Arabia, and with Ollie Watkins' future uncertain, they needed a player who could add versatility and depth to their forward line. Rashford's ability to play both as a winger and a central forward was an attractive option for Villa's manager, Unai Emery, as he aimed to push Villa further up the Premier League table and ensure a deeper run in European competitions. For Rashford, the move offered a fresh start, while still allowing him to stay in the Premier League and remain in the northwest of England. More importantly, Villa's ambitions to qualify for the Champions League gave Rashford an opportunity to showcase his talent on the European stage, a prospect he had been eager to pursue. It was a chance to reignite his career and prove that he could still be a key figure in a top-flight team. From United's perspective, the deal also made sense financially. Villa agreed to cover a large portion of Rashford's wages, easing the financial burden on United. This was particularly important for the club, which had recently invested in wingback Patrick Dorga. With Rashford and Antony, who was loaned to Real Betis, off the wage bill, United regained why he left United. Rashford's decline at Manchester United had been evident for some time. After a sensational 2022-23 season, where he netted 30 goals across all competitions, his form took a sharp dip. By the 2023-24 season, questions were being raised about his commitment and attitude, especially after he was excluded from England's squad for Euro 2024. His form had dropped significantly, and he struggled to recapture the magic of the previous season. One key issue was his tactical incompatibility with Amorim's 3-4-3 system. Rashford, a player who thrived in more attacking setups, found himself struggling in a more defensive-minded formation. Inconsistent performances in training only added to the tension between Rashford and his coaches, leaving him out of the starting 11 for important games. Moreover, Rashford's off-field behavior did him no favors. Stories of him partying before important matches and missing training on several occasions only added fuel to the fire. These issues were compounded by a series of disciplinary problems, including a notorious incident where he overslept before a team meeting and was seen partying after a damaging loss to Manchester City. At 27, Rashford was expected to be entering the prime of his career, but instead, he found himself struggling to secure a place in United's first team. Rashford's future beyond his loan spell at Villa remains uncertain. If Villa does not opt to sign him permanently, several clubs could be interested in Arsenal. While the Gunners are in need of a clinical goalscorer, Rashford's inconsistency as a number 9 makes him a less than ideal fit for a permanent move to the Emirates, AC Milan. The Italian giants had previously shown interest in Rashford, but chose to sign Kyle Walker instead. If Milan offloads a player like Rafael Leao, they might revisit their interest in Rashford. Barcelona. Rashford has expressed interest in playing in Spain, but Barcelona's ongoing financial struggles make a deal unlikely unless they offload high-earning players. Borussia Dortmund. A loan move to Dortmund was discussed, but ultimately didn't happen. If Dortmund secures Champions League qualification for next season, they might look at Rashford again. Paris Saint-Germain. PSG has been linked with Rashford as a potential replacement for Kylian Mbappé. Although they have the financial strength to afford him, their already packed attacking lineup could make this move a challenge. Saudi Pro League. With clubs like Al Hilal reportedly interested, Rashford could find lucrative offers from the Saudi Pro League, especially after Neymar's departure. However, his goal of returning to the England squad for the 2026 World Cup makes this move less likely. Now let's learn how this loan decision will impact his net worth and salary. Net worth, salary, and financial implications. Rashford's lucrative contract at Manchester United is one of the factors that has complicated his career trajectory. In 2023, he signed a 5-year contract extension worth $413,000 per week, making him one of United's highest-paid players. At the time, this deal made sense for United, given Rashford's stellar performances in 2022-23. However, his dip in form since then has turned his contract into a potential obstacle for any future transfers. Few clubs are willing to match such high wages for a player whose recent performances have been inconsistent. United's asking price also remains high, as Rashford still has over 3 years left on his deal, meaning any potential buyer would have to pay a hefty transfer fee. During his loan at Villa, the club is reportedly covering a significant portion of Rashford's wages, but if Villa or any other club decides to make a permanent move, Rashford might have to accept a pay cut to secure a new deal. Rashford's lifestyle, luxury cars and mansions. Off the pitch, Rashford enjoys the fruits of his football career with a luxurious lifestyle. He has a fleet of high-end cars worth around $3.2 million, including Bentley Flying Spur Azure, $300,000. A brand new addition to his collection, this luxurious sedan offers a 550 horsepower twin-turbo V8 engine and unparalleled comfort. McLaren 765 Longtail, $360,000, a supercar that goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds. This fast machine was purchased after a shopping trip in Cheshire. Lamborghini Urus Performante, $450,000. Known for its power and speed, this SUV can reach 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds, making it a favorite among football stars. Audi RS4, $77,000. Rashford's first car at 18, which he shared with Real Madrid players thanks to a sponsorship deal. Mercedes CLA 45 Coupe, $77,000. His first flashy purchase after breaking into United's first team, although it was written off in a crash. Mercedes S-Class Coupe, $132,000. A more refined choice, which Rashford had custom wrapped from white to silver. In addition to his cars, Rashford has made significant investments in property, including a $3.2 million mansion in Cheshire. The 5-bedroom property, which he bought in 2020, is still under construction. The mansion will feature a private 9-hole golf course and eco-friendly designs aimed at protecting local wildlife. Ten Hag's views on Rashford's lifestyle. Erik Ten Hag, who was United's manager during Rashford's struggles, has been vocal about the impact of Rashford's lifestyle choices. While he always believed in Rashford's talent, he also emphasized that for the winger to fulfill his potential, he needed to get his life off the pitch in order. Every player knew that if their lifestyle wasn't right, they couldn't perform in a league this demanding, Ten Hag said. Without a disciplined life off the pitch, they wouldn't hit the right levels. According to Ten Hag, Rashford needed to take responsibility for his actions and professionalism. If he could focus on improving his attitude and discipline, his performances would improve. Rashford clearly had the talent, but it was up to him to set his life right and get his training and match attitudes in order. Rashford's story at Manchester United is a complicated one. Once hailed as a future star of the club, his decline has left fans questioning his commitment and ability to fulfill his potential. However, his move to Aston Villa presents an opportunity for a fresh start. If he can get his career back on track, Rashford could yet fulfill the promise he showed early on. Whether he stays at Villa or moves elsewhere remains to be seen, but his story is far from over.